looking for a great high chair that also turns into a booster seat or like a big kid seat, I would highly recommend this. We've actually had this for, I think, over 3 years now. We've used 2 kids through this, and it's held up great. So let me show you a few of my favorite features of it. One of my favorite things is how much I love this tray. So this, first of all, comes off. So what I like to do is sometimes just prep their meals on here and then stick them in their high chair and then just set this right on top so it's easier to clean. Another thing I like is how easy the tray comes off. So there's actually these yellow buttons on either side, and then you can just take it right off like that. Now you can see it does have the harness type straps, the bottom straps, and then the buckle right there. And there's also this little thing to put their feet. So let me go ahead and show you what else is really cool about this. So there's also this yellow button in the back, and you can actually adjust the back if you want to recline it for whatever reason, which is also pretty cool. Okay, so right here you can see there's these little buttons, so you can actually take these legs off. So I took one off, I'm gonna take the other one off. Okay, so both legs are off. So now you have this. So if you want to use it for some kind of like big kid chair, you could still put the tray on there if you needed to, obviously. So that's also really cool. And then there's a couple other things. So now to take it from the big kid chair to the booster, there's these buttons in here to take off the legs as well. So I'm going to push these buttons and take the legs off. Okay, so when you're ready to turn it into a booster seat, you can just open these. And they actually have the extra straps in them. So there's some on every corner, which is super nice. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the back off. So what needs to happen is I'm going to hold these and then also use this yellow button to pull the back off. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now you can see I have the back off. Like I said, there's the 2 yellow buttons under there to loosen it. And then I kind of just use my foot to push down on this to get the back off. But it's super easy for me to do by myself. And so now we just have this booster seat, which is really cool. Okay, so here you can see if you want it as the booster seat, just this piece, you still have the buckle to buckle them in. You could buckle here. I have the 2 buckles on this side, and then the 2, you would just buckle them underneath. So it's hooked to the chair, and then you can just go ahead and they could sit right at the table. So even if you wanted to have the back on there, I just put the back on. As you could see, you could strap it underneath if you want to do it that way as well. So now to put it back into the high chair like how we had it, I'm just going to fold these up and then you just close each of these. I'm going to go ahead and put the legs on. So as you can see, it's those little buttons like I showed you before, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick them in there. Okay, so I put those legs on. Back to the kid chair. Now we are back to square one. As you can see, I put the bottom legs on. I would also note there is wheels in the front, which is super nice. It makes it that much easier to use. So this thing there's so many options. It's like a 4-in-1. So we have had this for 2 kids over 3 years. So if you're looking for a great high chair / booster seat, I would highly recommend.